Me again. It's been a month, I think. I'm not okay. I'm not okay to the point that today I took an antidepressant, and when I sat down to record, it was about 10 minutes ago, I was in a completely different mood, but it switched again, so now I'm a bit down, but maybe maybe it will go up. So anyway, my mood is no concern of yours, because like it don't even have to be a video. I would gladly just put it as a list, but who would see it as a list? Like, at least videos are somewhat recommended, because like no one recommends a list. Like, yeah. So this list is not top 10. I lied in the title. It's actually top 9, I think. 6, 9. No, it's not top 10. Holy shit! I just can't count for shit. Like, I counted 6. It doesn't matter. It is the don't. I will delete it later, motherfucker. I'm here. So, okay, number 10, The Experiment. Yeah, so this film is a wasted potential, because like it has such a cool idea, but they fumbled it so bad. Like, it is based on a real experiment. It was conducted in the 80s or 70s or whatever. Doesn't matter. About two groups of people. One group is guards and the other one is prisoners. And it would be a cool movie if they made it right. They absolutely spoiled it by including a B-plot about some love story, which doesn't fit this movie at all and plays no purpose whatsoever, but it drags movie to our mark with no, like, it shouldn't have been like that. Like, it should have been 90 minutes without this love story bullshit, and it would have been a great movie. But like, it bogged it down so bad that even if you like remove all the scenes with that girl, it doesn't save the movie, because the director just didn't focus on the main story. Like, the main story is here, that's why it's a main story, but the director didn't think it was more important than the love story, so it kind of came out like subpar. Number 9, Vanilla Sky. So this movie is actually a remake of a Spanish movie from the 90s, and I hoped that the original would be better, but it isn't. The only thing that is better, first of all, is the face of the protagonist, because in the Spanish version he's actually ugly, and it's very hard to look at, and it spoils the movie. Like, there is no point in him being so ugly. I kinda glad that they really toned it down in the American remake. There is also one thing that is better in the original. It's the, what was her name, Cameron Diaz character, because in the American remake her role is plainly absurd, and I kind of blame her because she's overacting too much, and I also blame the director because it looks off, just her character in general. Vanilla Sky is kind of, nah, this spoils it. I can't really tell you what this movie is about, because like it will spoil the ending, and this is one of the movies that in which the ending is very important, so I can't really tell you what this movie is about. Yeah, but it's like a mystery thriller type of thing. Number 8, A Beautiful Mind. This also a wasted opportunity because I don't think that Russell Crowe was a good fit for this movie, because he tries to play a role of like weak and frail scientist, and he looks like an action hero, so like this mismatch it bothers me a lot. So this is a biopic in quotes, because like it's not an actual biopic, like they picked well, you know how they make biopics in America. So about John Nash, a mathematician. So it's basically an imitation game. Like they're very similar, but it's more dark. Imitation game is like very clever, but A Beautiful Mind is about schizophrenia, so it's darker. It's darker. Number 7, Monsters Inc. This is not the best movie of Pixar, but it's kind of okay. It's a cartoon for children with some adult jokes, and it's fine. There is nothing deep in this movie. Absolutely nothing deep, but it's made very well. Number 6, Emily. Emily is a French movie. It's basically for neurodivergent people, because this is a movie about neurodivergent people. There is a lot of sensory imagery someone might find soothing, and it's very unusual. It would be 8 out of 10 if it weren't for the love story, because they had to put a love story in every movie for some reason, and love stories bog down movies. Number 5, Shrek. Shrek. So basically, Shrek is a spoof of all princess movies, and it's very funny. It gave birth to so many memes, but that's not a reason to watch it per se. But then again, the idea of this movie is pretty clear, and it's realized pretty good. So it is 7 out of 10, that's why it's in the top. Number 4, Wasabi. So Wasabi is a French movie set in Japan. So Taxi 2 was a French movie set in France, and it had Japanese yakuza in it, and here it is vice versa. It is set in Japan, and it has a French policeman fighting the same yakuza. Well, the different yakuza, but it's very touching. So this policeman has a daughter, and the daughter he never knew she existed before coming to Japan, and she's almost 18, and it's very touching to see this dad-daughter relationship without even telling her that she's his daughter. Technically it's a comedy, technically it's an action movie, but like it's interesting. It's just interesting to watch. The plot isn't very interesting, so there is some yakuza, and he tries to find out why they are hunting them, and it's very B-movie-ish, classical action movie plot, but like the father-daughter dynamic is what really makes this movie worth watching. Okay, so the top 3 movies are all 8 out of 10, even though they all should have been 9 out of 10, all of them. So I couldn't pick who should be the winner, so all of these 3 movies are the first place. I'm listing them in random order. They are all first place, all of these 3 movies, and they are very different. They are very different, and there is no point in separating them. So they are all first place. So starting from Spirited Away, the best Ghibli movie, the best Miyazaki movie. Everybody should have heard about it at least. and it is as great as they say it is. If you haven't seen it, watch it, and it doesn't even matter what kind of movies you like, because Spirited Away is a movie for everyone. Literally everyone. There is not a single person in this world who wouldn't find at least something interesting in this movie. So watch it. Like, if you haven't, it's time. Donnie Darko. IMDb tells me that more people watch Donnie Darko than Spirited Away, and I kinda don't understand why, because Donnie Darko isn't talked about as much as Spirited Away is. So I don't know how it happened that Donnie Darko has more votes than Spirited Away. It's really a mystery to me. But anyway, Donnie Darko is a movie about time travel. Kinda. It's a very bizarre movie. It's very strange. It's a mystery type thing with some hallucinations and so on and so forth. Some crime is happening, and like I can't really explain it. It's a very weird movie, and it's kind of a classic among weird movies. Yeah. Last but not least, Mulholland Drive. Also, IMDb tells me that there are half as many people who watched Mulholland Drive compared to Spirited Away, and it's a crime. Mulholland Drive is the best movie David Lynch made, and it's incredibly clever. Incredibly clever. Like, I can't even compare it to anything. It's not really a detective story, but it is made as one. And the twists and turns in the story are like unlike anything you have ever seen. I'm not a fan of David Lynch. I tried watching Twin Peaks and I couldn't, because it was so drawn out and slow and boring, and I dropped after like third episode or so. And Mulholland Drive, I adore Mulholland Drive. It's such a unique movie. Yeah, so that's basically it. Determinism is freedom.